Hey, what's going on, guys? It's DeAndre Moore again here with a another updated Dark Magician deck profile for you guys. So for my last profile, I started off and I started teching it more and add a few more spice and a little more combos. Again, as you all know, if you're not new to the channel, Dark Magician is my favorite deck. I'm sad it's not meta right now, but we're trying to make it competitive as possible, and we're trying to make it as consistent as possible. I know we've seen a lot of Dark Magician deck profiles out there where they put in all these good meta cards, and it just doesn't seem to work with Dark Magician. Um, the Dark Magician archetype and the deck is set up, it's designed, it's a control deck, but it's designed that it works better pure as possible without any of the extra cards in there that can't really generate consistency for the deck. So without further, we're gonna go into the deck profile. At the video, please, guys, give me a comment, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and and then I may do a few test hands where you show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So without that being said, we'll go ahead and go into the main deck. Um, First, we'll start off with the main guy himself, Dark Magician. Okay. You need him to pretty much get everything started. So there's your boss monster right there. From there, I run 3 copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician. She's the honest of the deck, and she can search out Dark Magician. So, yeah, I definitely have to keep her at 3. Next, we run the best normal summon of the deck, Rod. As soon as you normal summon, you get to add a Dark Magician spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And the secondary effect is, which I like and I use a lot too. If you activate a trap or a spell card on your opponent's turn, you get to tribute the spellcaster and send this back to your hand. So it helps you to recur your resources and to get out circle even faster. So yeah, that second effect is really good. Next, I run 3 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, Blue Boy. I know a lot of people are like, oh man, why would you run that 3? 1 is good. I find that 3 is better because it's a search card. So you want to see a card that can search, especially in a Dark Magician deck, to thin your deck, to build consistency, and to be able to draw 2 off of knowledge as well. So yeah, I definitely run off 3 copies of the Blue Boy. Next for the hand traps, of course, I run 2 Ash, 2 Effect Veilers. That's all you need. That's honestly all you need, really. Like I said, with Ash, you just with the special summon or a search, Ash it. As soon as they go on the field, they're monsters. You just Effect Veiler, then you stop. You pretty much stop combos and turns. You just got to make sure you pay attention to the deck and what you need to Effect Veiler to kind of get your engine started. And that's it for the monsters. Going into the spells, of course, I run 3 Dark Magical Circles. Pretty much, once you play this, it's like a pot of duality for Dark Magicians. You look up top 3 and you add a Dark Magician card or a spell trap that has Dark Magician in its text. Outside of Itemize, but any other Dark Magician card you get added from to your hand, and you get to stack the rest of the other 2 cards in any way you want. Also, every time Dark Magician hits the field, you get to banish a card on your opponent's side of the field. Okay, you can only activate that once per turn, and these are not stackable. If they were, it would be broken, completely busted. But yeah, they're not stackable. So once per turn on that. Also running 3 Call by the Grave. Like I said, this deck hurts 2 hand traps, but this helps stop your hand traps, and it's a good defensive play. I've played this deck at locals, and I actually used it to stop my opponent, and it was actually pretty clutch. Like when they try to activate effect in the grave, you just chain Call by the Grave, and that gets negated. And if they have a copy of that monster on the field, it negates that secondary copy until the next end phase, and it's pretty dope. So yeah, and it's a spell. The rest of rest of the spellbook engine, I run 2 knowledge, 2 secrets. Like I said, again, just to search out the Blue Boy engine, just to, +2 and draw 2. Also to at the same time deck thin, because that's Dark Magician's about. You gotta thin the deck out to see your pieces. So you have to keep that in mind. Also to run my 2 favorite cards in the deck, Dark Magic Inheritance. For some reason, people are sleeping on this card, man. This card is like This card is your Magician's Rod off legs, okay? Because you have so many spells in the deck, this card comes alive so many different times, okay? You could literally turn one, get out Eternal Soul and Circle in one turn, and just get yourself ready for Dark Magician. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna open up with a Dark Magician. So yeah, this card right here, it's a once per turn, but I love it. I don't know why people are not playing this card. This card is absolutely incredible. It helps you generate and get your board set up, and get you going earlier in the game instead of later. I like this better than just, like I said, drawing cards. So yeah, so Dark Magic Inheritance is the card to go. Okay. Next, of course, I love the instant fusion tech. I still run two. Like I said, going into that Millennium Eyes or that Thousand Ash Restrict to absorb a monster or to negate Ash again. Love that. Okay, and it's a spell, so it's an inheritance target as well. One of those, so I'm running one Super Poly, one Illusion Magic, and one Eye of Timaeus. Eye of Timaeus at one is good. Like I said, the deck is going to, you're going to generate enough consistency where you'll probably end up seeing it. One Illusion Magic, I like that because you can just tribute off Spellbook, Magician Prospect Blue Boy or Rod to get 2 Dark Magicians, and then Super Poly again for the Starving Venom play, or if your opponent has a dragon, you have a Dark Magician. That's another a Dragon Knight play right there. Super Poly's come clutch when I play this deck. It's amazing. It's outstanding. And that's enough of the spells. So going to the traps, of course, we're going to go into Eternal Soul, one of the heart and souls of this deck. It's the best card and the worst card at the same time, but we're gonna tech that to make this even stronger, even better. Okay? But every time, once per turn, like I said, on your turn or on your opponent's turn, you special Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard to the field. And if you combine it with Circle, obviously you can banish a card on the field. So good play. Plus, all Dark Magicians are unaffected by everything of your opponent. Next thing I have the Spice, 2 copies of Imperial Custom. Okay, this card right here is the Spice. Okay, even if you don't have Dragon Knight, it's the Spice. Pretty much what it states is that you set this with your Eternal Soul, activate Eternal Soul. When your opponent tries to play Twin Twister or Nightmare Phoenix you or anything to pop Eternal Soul, all you have to do is flip this. And pretty much what it states is that all face of continuous trap cards cannot be destroyed. You have to destroy Imperial Custom first before you can destroy Eternal Soul. Okay, so even if this means, let's say this is face up and Eternal Soul is face up, and your opponent plays Twin Twisters and hit 2 targets, they can't destroy Eternal Soul. They have to pop this first. So once this is off the field and gone, then they can play another Twin Twister and pop your Eternal Soul. But this has to take the hit first. So I love that about this card is that this is priority before Eternal Soul, and it protects your Eternal Soul and gives you another turn to search or draw, or hopefully get your Eye of Timaeus, and then boom, you got Dragon Knight. So yeah, that's definitely a good play. That's the protection card that Eternal Soul needed to make Dark Magician more stronger. And then I run the 1 copy of Navigation and 1 Skill Drain. Skill Drain, of course, obviously is busted in this deck. It turns everything off, as we all know, and it just, it makes the game, and it controls. It makes the game and the duel better on your part, because you literally turn off everything. Now, granted, I understand there's graveyard effects, but that's where Call by Grave comes in. To stop, and try to pop that. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, Skill Drain is absolutely the card to play in this deck. On to the extra deck. Okay, as you know, I'm playing 2 copies of Dark Magician and Dragon Knight. Okay, that's staple, obviously. 1 Emulate Dragon for Sky Striker Hate. Millennium Eyes Restrict and Thousand Eyes Restrict. Again, I love these 2 cards. This is your Call by the Grave on legs, and then this is your, your offensive play if you want to absorb a problematic monster off the field, take it to your side, and then do whatever you wish with it. So these 2 cards are absolutely good. Plus the spellcasters, you can link off XYZ with your, with your spellcasters and make some good combo plays. 1 copy of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Love this card. 2 dark monsters, boom, bring them out. Okay. The effect, he gets the swap effects with your opponent's monster. It all depends. And he adds the attack from your opponent's monster to his. and if he gets popped, he destroys all special summon monsters on your opponent's side of the field. So, yes, okay, absolutely outstanding. One copy of Salamangreat Violet Chimera. If you, for those going to the Salamangreat decks, because they're all over the place, Super Poly, make him, and then pretty much beat into your opponent's board. So he can become a big beef stick, and he's just a good Super Poly target. Salamangrates are everywhere. Into the XZs, you know, I play Norito, Big Eye, Red Eyes Flare, and Ebon Illusion. Okay, of course the staples. I swapped out Ebon High for another card. I think that's better, but I'll show you that in a second. So these are the XZ plays. Going into the links, my favorite link, Crowley. Crowley is the extender of that the Dark Magician deck needed. Okay, you get 2 spellcasters out. Once you get them out, you can search for 3 spellbook cards, shuffle them up, mix them up. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand. You shuffle the other 2 back into the deck. This generates consistency because not only do you get a deck thin, you get to search for the cards you're looking for, and if you get a secrets or knowledge, then you tribute this off +2 off of that. So yeah, so that's definitely one of my favorite cards. Is probably for extended plays. Also, too, I'm going to Wee Witch. Wee Witch is the booster. Plus, if she gets popped, you just add a dark spellcaster monster from your graveyard to your hand. So if she gets popped, you just add Apprentice Illusion back to your hand, and then go back to your plays again. Okay, and then I got the 1 Link Karibo for my restricts for my Millennium Eyes and my Thousand Eyes. Once I make it, then I'll just link them off with Link Karibo, and then yeah, protect myself. And of course, the last spicy card of the deck I'm attacking right now is Cyber's Quantum Dragon. Okay, Synchro, level 7. Okay, pretty much how you make that. Like I say, you just make that with Effect Veiler and a Apprentice Illusion on the field. Synchro off to him. So pretty much what he does is that while he's face up on the field, your opponent cannot target, attack, or any other card but this one. Okay, and secondary effect is when this card battles, he gets to bounce a monster back from your opponent's side field back to the hand, and then he gets to attack again. So this card can make a second attack in a row. So yeah, and if you put him with Apprentice, who become 3K beat stick, and he just bounce 1 card back, and then he can just help the deck OTK better. Okay, he's not a dragon though; he's a Cyberse, but he can. This card definitely helps the deck OTK. So yeah. So keep that in mind. This is my spicy tech card I put in the deck for my extra deck. Cyberse Quantum Dragon. So busted, it's overrated. And going into the side deck. Side deck, I got some spicy tech in here for you guys too as well. So side deck, we're running 3 copies of Pankratops. You know, we all know what he does. Another copy of Ash. Going into the spells, I run 1 copy of Monster Recovery. Now, the only reason why I run Monster Recovery at 1 for my side deck is because this deck does have a hard time. It can break. It can break at times. But if you open this up, and let's say you got a brick on the hand, okay? You'll just play, like, make sure you don't have Ash nowhere, okay? Or, you know, hopefully you got called by the graveyard hand. You'll play this card. What it does, it brings back your monster back to your hand, and then you shuffle your whole hand back into your deck and draw the same number of cards. So if you go first and you have 5 cards in your hand and you play a monster and you say, oh, I can't do anything with it, you'll play Monster Recovery, bring it back to your hand, shuffle it back, and get a whole new hand. And it's a spell. So that means it's an inheritance target. Plus, it restarts your hand. I think this card right here is so spicy. It definitely helps the deck with consistency and helps unbreak the deck as well. I know a lot of people play Phantasme, and that's fine. But for those budget players, this comes in a structured deck. This comes like in a freaking what did I get this case out of? Oh, Legendary Dragons, Yugi. So it's the Yugi deck. So it's simple, man. Simple card, but it makes all the difference. Also, too, of course, I run a Fusion of Fire. You can run Super Poly and Fusion of Fire if you know you're playing against Salamangrates, and just keep tripping their stuff off to bring out more Chimeras. So just keep that in mind. Also, I run 1 Rebellion. Rebellion is like mind control, change of heart, quick play spell. So during the battle step. So if your opponent's about to OTK you or attack, you just chain Rebellion, take their strongest monster, put on your side of the field. Save yourself a turn from dying from OTK decks. So Rebellion. And their monster has to go back to them by the end of the damage step or by the end of the battle phase. And you can activate one per turn. So Rebellion is just that other spicy tech card I'm playing. Of course, also, playing the staples, Dark Magic Attack, Monster Reborn, another copy of Instant Fusion in the side deck, just in case we want to add that. You never know what you're playing against. Um, got that. Plus, my new spicy tech side deck card I got in this, guys, for you, okay? You guys will be blown away when you see this, okay? You may laugh at it, but understand what I'm saying. Let me explain. You're going to be like, oh, shit, that does make sense. Dang. Playing 2 copies of Defense Zone, okay? Let me explain why. Defense Zone is a field spell card, okay? Defense Zone pretty much is Dark Magician or Dragon Knight off legs. That's all it is, just alternatives, okay? The card states that for each monster a player controls in their main monster zone, their spells and traps in the same column as that monster cannot be destroyed by their opponent's card effects, and their opponent cannot target them with card effects. So, let's break that down. So pretty much what that means is that if you have, let's say, these two are Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle, okay? And you have 2 monsters right here. As long as there's a monster in each column, your opponent cannot target your back row or destroy them with card effects at all, as long as there's monsters on top of them. So they had to get rid of the monsters first before they could target your back row. Okay, and if you have Eternal Soul, if they did get one, you could just chain Eternal Soul, bring them right back, and protect your back row again. This card is so spicy. I just found this card today, guys. I always go through all my cans and I find some spicy tech cards. I'm so excited about this card, man. I can't wait to test it out. This is my side deck card because usually, like I said, if you're going first, you want to try to set your Imperial Custom. But if you're going second, you'll sign Imperial Custom out for these two, and then you get your play started. So you're going second, you'll set your back rows up, you'll play Defense Zone, and then you'll go forward from there. So as soon as they play something, you just chain Eternal Soul, place Dark Magician on top of Eternal Soul. Now Eternal Soul is protected. They have to destroy this first before they destroy Eternal Soul because they can't target it off of Defense Zone. So keep that in mind, guys. Okay. I really like this card. I think it's spicy. Also, too, got to run an extra copy of Booby Trap E. Booby Trap E just pretty much, like I said, it's like a pseudo Eternal Soul to a certain degree. Pretty much. If your opponent is trying to Twin Twisters you or pop your back row cards, you could just chain this, discard a card, and you could just set a continuous trap card from your hand or graveyard. And the turn that you set it, it can be activated that same turn. So I'll take that in at 1. It's a good card too. And then of course my last Imperial Custom and Goals and Match, so that we can all stay playing dark cards. And yeah, just a 1 floodgate. But that's all I got for my side deck cards, guys. Again, I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy my profile here. Like I said, I love Dark Magicians, and I tried different ways to innovate it and make sure it's good to go. But that's all I got for you for right now. I know Dual Power came out. I know everybody's tripping off of Dark Magic Twin Burst and bond between teacher and student, and that's fine. But that, honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't really do anything for the deck. It makes the deck fun, yeah, and it makes Dark Magician like a beast stick, and yeah, you can put Dark Magician Girl in the deck and then do Dark Magic or Dark Burning Magic and then wipe your opponent's side of the field. That's fine, but you got to take turns to do that, and sometimes you don't have that. So this is why this is the build I chose, and it's a little bit more consistent for me. And maybe on the next video we'll do some combos and some test hands. But because this video is getting a little long, so outside of that, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, show my face. Please don't mind the background. Outside of that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll be giving you guys more Dark Magician content and some combos and some test hands again in the near future for some more videos. Outside of that, thank you guys again. Have a good day. Peace.